What you doing, Milton? Trying to get into the stuff I swept up? You get it what? Huh? What? I guess Milton is quiet. Anyway, what I wanted to show you is a result of doing some laundry. Now, I do laundry in different stages. Most of my clothes are extremely dirty and they're used outside, so I don't really pay much attention to the appearance of the clothes. But some of the clothes I do wear when I work inside, and yes, I do some inside work. In fact, one of the more common jobs that I do is to help train people and to help them set up their office, also planning when we move offices to homes. So there are times where I dress up and you'll see me in a suit and tie occasionally, like when we do presentations. A lot of times I get chosen to make a presentation because people like listening to me. Well, one of the biggest drawbacks, of course, when you live in a place like Florida, you're going to sweat and you're going to get dirty, and it's just one of those things that is unavoidable, right, Mr. Milton? So what I do, I use my normal ingredient, which in this case is the borax powder, which you can see here in this container. I also use sodium carbonate at times. Now, these clothes are washed in a combination of homemade lye soap, which is made from lard or tallow, and typically wood ashes or sodium hydroxide if I can get it, which I can't get it like I used to. Then I mix it with the sodium carbonate or the sodium tetraborate or sodium borate or whatever you call borax. They're washed in the old washing machine, and then I don't dry them in a clothes dryer. Normally, most clothes get hung outside, but because of the abundant birds around here, it always seems like when I hang up my clothes, I end up with extra bird droppings, and then I have to wash them again, which is not ideal. Now, these ran through the washing machine. As you can see, they are all wrinkled. And the reason is that all of my clothing is all basically cotton. I don't use anything else. You've probably seen these. They all tend to be cotton. Some of this stuff is pretty old. I mean, this has got to be at least 20 years old. And I believe this one is also, again, quite old. As you can see, my clothing does tend to last a long time, at least when it comes to the office style clothing. The other stuff, not so much. My other clothing wears out, just falls apart. Like my work shirts, for example. These just get run through the normal washing process. And again, very plain, just cotton. That's why people have accused me of being Amish or something like that. This is foreign made. They're all large size, which is the size that I wear. So what do I have to do to make these presentable again? Well, I'm going to have to drag out the ironing board and the old iron. The problem was, the last time I went to use my iron, I was getting a shock. So I think what was happening is the insulation inside the iron has failed. Plus it had that really old cloth cord, which was fraying. So I took it apart to replace the cord. I had a difficult time finding a suitable iron cord, but I did find one. Believe it or not, at one of the local flea markets, Hamfest and Yard Sale Flea Market. So I put it back together, and now I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in this house, who knows. So I guess I'll have to use one of the newer plastic irons, although it still has a metal plate. And I'm going to have to just iron these away because obviously, and you've probably seen me wear each one of these in one of my videos. This one they call the picnic shirt. This is the white shirt you've seen often. This long sleeve shirt. You've also seen me with the jacket. I have a couple of them. Actually, I have 3 different suits that I keep in stock. Don't wear them very much, but my bedroom actually looks more like a shop. I mean, if you look around here, you'll see, in addition to the little menace, we have drawers with miscellaneous items, all kinds of old technology. There's even a printer in here for making invoices and stuff. And obviously, you have to have the stereo and the VCR. What would a room be without a VCR DVD combo? That's right. And speaking of other junk, look, an apple. There's all kinds of goodies here. A couple of tripods, books, more and more stuff. Some from New England Oyster House, Royal Castle. You never know what you're going to find. A ruler from the drugstore, some $2 bills. These are always nice. I've had some of these things for quite a while. There we go. Well, now I can't get it back in. Oh well. I actually kept the first, oh, this is it. This is the first $100 bill I ever got paid. When I had the first job that I did, they paid me $100, and I should have spent it or invested it, but I kept it for some strange reason. I don't know why. Anyway, yep, got a hubcap off of my car. You know, you'll find everything here. This calendar has been here for a really long time. Yep, it's been there since I was a kid. I even have one of those roll-up charts that you can measure your height with. Got some blocks, hubcaps, you know, the usual stuff that you'd find in a junky room, including the payphone, blank keys, and most importantly, Mr. Milton. Oh yes, you are such a good kitty. I really like you. Yes, I do. You're a sweetheart. You're so cute, and you don't gain any weight. You're skinny like me. I guess living here makes you skinny. Anyway, that's my day. I'm going to head over to Presidente, and I'm going to get some chicken for Heart Attack Chicken, and then I'm going outside. And what am I going to do outside? Well, I got to get Mr. Bob over there, and I'm going to hit that garage again. Right, Milton? You love to be star of the show. And maybe I'll fire up the old lawnmower, do a little bit more mulching, and just keep on it. I got a bunch of wood I need to get rid of, so we'll be burning that in the barbecue grill. If I could get my hands on some steaks, actually I may have a couple still in the freezer. I might make a steak for dinner. That'd be a great way to get rid of all that yard trash and enjoy it. And I gotta clean my windows, they're all filthy. Look at this. They get so dirty. And what can you do? Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you later.